This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined here today by Eddie Hearn. We're at the Charlie Edwards-Angel-Moreno press conference in London. How are you, Eddie?
I'm very well. I know we haven't got much time, Rob, which is a bit depressing, really, but do my best. Big show, March 23rd. The week before, another big show on March 30th. So good to get these two announced, and we're sort of moving and grooving for a busy 2019 now.
It is a desperate shame that we don't have more time together. But anyway, let's start at the main event and work our way down. Charlie Edwards makes a first defence of his WBC World Flyweight title. Good fight against somebody he knows quite well.
Yeah, I think that it's hard to find not a good fight in this division when you're taking someone from the world rankings. Moreno has two defeats. One is a controversial loss of his European title on points, and the other one was on points to the current WBA world champion. So he's very tough. Him and Charlie have shared a lot of rounds together. Moreno fights at 1,000,000 miles an hour, so does Edwards. So I think it'll be a good fight. I'm just pleased that I thought Charlie spoke so well today, and I see so much momentum for him from the fans and goodwill, and he's become a star, an unexpected star, to be honest, and I'm chuffed to bits for him.
Going to have to breeze through this card. Lawrence Okolie against Buatsi-Conroy, British and Commonwealth Cruiserweight title. Been a fight that's been rumoured for a long time, finally now getting it on. What do you make of that fight?
Good fight. I mean, I think Lawrence is trying to move beyond domestic level. Waddy's come back from what looked like might be retirement a year or so ago and has now won the Commonwealth Cruiserweight Championship. He's from London. Lawrence is from London. There's been a bit of beef. I think it's a good fight with a lot on the line. And I think someone's going to get knocked out. Excuse me. Yeah.
Bless you. Josh Buatsi fights for the British light heavyweight title. From kind of speaking with Josh over a period of time, British title means a lot to him. It's not something that can be said about a lot of other fighters kind of hovering in and around his weight class. He's very excited to be fighting for the British title, and a good step up against Liam Conroy.
He would have boxed anyone for the British title. It really does mean a lot to him. To be honest, it does mean a lot to a lot of British fighters. It's a great belt. It's something that you can almost go down in history with, particularly if you can keep it for good. It's a good fight in Liam Conroy. Liam Conroy, a bit like Waddy in that I saw him losing prize fighter years ago. I think he was boxing at middleweight or super middleweight, completely drained at weight. Moved up. He's had some really big wins at light heavyweight. Teamed up with MTK. He's getting a lot of support. He's having good camps. He's confident, but he is coming up against a guy who I probably put right now as the biggest emerging star in world boxing. I think Buatsi is a special talent, and I think it's going to be a very tough night's work for Liam Conroy. But we now have a guy who is up for the challenge, who is coming to win, and who has actually turned around and like I said, accepted the challenge of Joshua Buatsi, which is a very dangerous one.
Third British title fight that's on the card, Ritson against Andy Townend, that's got war written all over it.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal. Two huge punches, two guys that just don't stop letting their hands go. It's a big pressure fight for Ritson. He's coming off the back of a disappointing European title defeat. If he was to lose against Townend, I don't really know where his career is. And when you look at where he was, filling stadiums in Newcastle on the verge of winning a European title, there's a lot of pressure in this fight. And I think Andy Townend can just go in, express himself, enjoy himself. But again, do not blink in that fight.
Something we spoke to at the weekend after the Cheeseman fight about people, kind of fans. When was the last time there was a world title fight on Sky? You've got one, but you've also got 3 British title fights. Is this the kind of show that we can expect to see on Saturday night fight nights in the future? Yeah,
I think that there's a lot of people, Hearn's taking his eye off the ball in the UK, he's focusing on America, he's got Italy, so, of course, I got asked a question earlier, are you spreading yourself too thin? I said, yeah, of course I am. That's unfortunately what goes with the territory. But I've got this opportunity to do this, and I'm not. We've gone from 8 people in the department to 60 employees worldwide. So the growth has been incredible. But we are going to spread ourselves thin at time, and I've just got to make sure that's why we're constantly employing new people to try and get the business in a self-sufficient status where we're not letting things slip. And I understand that this is our core market, the UK. But I also understand that there's a transitional period of guys who are leaving the sport to guys that are coming through now. But without the British fans, I wouldn't have this opportunity to grow the company worldwide. We're not a global business. We haven't been a global business. We are now. We're from Romford. My dad built this company out of a side office in a snooker hall. So this is a learning experience for all of us, but it's also an incredible opportunity. 24 shows in the UK, 16 in America, 8 in Italy, 8 in Spain, 8 in Germany, 8 in Mexico, 8 in Japan. It's an incredible explosion, and it will be taxing. So what we wanted to do with March 23 and March 30, which is another incredible card, and actually the next gen card, which in terms of next gen cards is very strong, is just to say we know what we've got to do, and this is an example of how these cards will look moving forward.
Okay, well, Eddie Hearn, we've only got 5 minutes each. We've gone over that. My apologies, guys. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.